one of the drivers. Yeah, we get 2 triggers. That probably won't change too much. Lightning bolt. Okay, now at least one of them flips. Yeah, not too big of a fan on that wasteland there to lose one of the drivers there.
It was a little bit of an aggressive use because of the tabernacle, I assume.
Yeah, and I mean, especially because of Tabernacle, I didn't like it because you knew that Joao was having the Tabernacle. But okay, this is basically what we talked about right at the beginning of the match. That like 3 wastelands, they can kind of look good against lands, but when the opponent has acceleration, like Joao has here in exploration, then you're actually setting yourself back by using wastelands. Every single turn Mario uses Wasteland, he falls behind even more on tempo, which feels unfortunate. And the only way he can really win this is if the Delver goes all the way. And I mean, it's a possibility, but Joao is basically drawing 3 cards a turn, which is pretty good.
Yeah, totally. And as we mentioned earlier, there's almost no graveyard hate in the first game, so Live from the Loam can absolutely go nuts here.
I want to say if you can find something like a Ghost Quarter, the game could, like, I don't want to say over because technically there's still a Delver and it's attacking you. I just feel like Joao is going to see something like 15 cards at least before he needs to deal with the Delver, and there should be even more like, yeah, he should be able to deal with it. Oh, there's the maze. Yeah. Okay, so now that the maze is around, we can use our last wasteland as a basically lava spike. But Mario is like, yeah, you know, I just can't fight against this.
He has seen enough. He has seen enough.
Mario is too fair a player in an unfair world that Joao created for him. So he's like, okay, let's go to the second game. Not any winning possible from here anymore. So let's see. I think this is the beginning of the first game again. Well, what do you bring in against? I mean, I would assume you take out the bolts, right? The bolts aren't exactly what you want.
Yeah, they're not, like, you don't use bolt for creatures, you use them for race.
Okay, so we're already like halfway into game 2. The Elfish Reclaimer got forced there, and now we're sitting on Thespian stage, Soul Guide Lantern, which can help you a little bit out, and of course Surgical Extraction on Wasteland on Mario's side. This is tempting, right? It's kind of cool. I would want to Brazen Borrower the Mox Diamond there.
Oh, nice play, yeah.
Let's see. He should be able to make that play. And since he's fetching there, I feel like that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, don't hate it. The Mox Diamond is currently the only mana source, the colored mana source.
There we go. Probably want to do it on the opponent's upkeep, just because that's what you. Oh, now look at that!
Wow, even better.
It's kind of the same, but better. Yeah, it's the same but better. So some might say it's not the same. It's actually better. Okay, meltdown on well, basically only one of the artifacts. The Soul Guide Lantern got cycled, and now Joao's got his Saga out there, which of course he already knows. Whatever he's gonna play, there's a high chance it runs into Wasteland on Mario's side of the board. Mario on a Surgical, but no Loam inside. Like sometimes you Surgical, like some value thingy, but not this time. Tabernacle gets pitched.
Yep.
This feels like Loam.
Yeah, also spotted Dark Depths. And this is like another way to victory for Joao, right? Like the Lancer can do so many different things versus Delver. It can either go the grindy like Loam, the Loam engine thing with Wastelands and Tabernacle, you know, try to mana screw your opponent, but it can also go like Ursa Saga non-stop. I think, you know, even getting like a expedition map, getting more sagas, making like giant constructs, or it can just make a 20/20. Whereas Mario has like only a single game plan, I think. Like he has to get in with some creatures, eventually bolting the opponent, price of progress, you know, that sort of stuff, while keeping all the lands in check.
It's kind of unfortunate for Mario that he doesn't have any pressure yet, right?
Yeah.
Like it feels like you're doing good, like you melt down. You also have a Brazen Borrow available if there's like a Creek Marriott Large or something. But every time you spend not attacking, it's kind of like you you stand still. Like you know how you talk about a life, right? When people see you 10 years later and you're like, oh, you didn't change at all, and they're like, oh shit, I didn't, because like you're supposed to progress, right? This is like the life lesson drawn from the Temur Java game plan. It's like if you don't progress, you're falling behind. And that's very much. In the end, it goes back to the whole idea of who's the beatdown, right? So let's see.
Okay, yeah.
What is that?
We have a Bojuga Bok here clearing the.
How did you know that?
Because you know, I don't know. Sometimes I'm bored and I just look at new.
It's a Fallout card.
Preview cards. Yeah, I think this is a Fallout card too.
Okay. Have you played any of the Fallout games?
No, I haven't. But I started to watch it on. On Amazon Prime, I think. Yeah,
you've been missing out if you haven't played.
Okay.
Yeah, Fallout games are really good. Don't play Fallout 76 or something. Maybe it's actually gotten better.
Perfect.
Oh, they improved our voices. The new and improved AI voices. Yeah, this is actually ChatGPT. Hello, my name is ChatGPT. This is Alexa next to me. Alexa, say hello.
Hello, YouTube.
I feel so sorry for all the girls named Alexa, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They must be bullied like crazy at school or something. What kind of tattoos does Joao have? He's got something on the inside of his arm. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Looks kind of cool. You got any tattoos?
No.
You want to get any?
Maybe.
Oh, it's actually it's like stigmatized in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to show them in public or something.
No, that's in Japan it's rough. Wouldn't advise it if you're in Japan.
Okay. So there go 10 ice counters on Dark Depth. Of course, this is the classic situation, right? If you have crop rotation here for Yavimaya, you can actually make the token right away. I guess here, because we have the Mox Diamond, we can do it either way. But Mario, of course, still setting off the Brazen Borrower. So how do we beat Brazen Borrower? Or we make the token right away? Okay. Fully exposing ourselves to Brazen Borrower. I mean, it's okay, because like it's a 1 or 2 off in the deck at times.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a gamble. Oh man, look at this. It's like the cutest Marvel Age token. I mean, this doesn't hurt, right? If this attacks, you know,
it looks like
no one gets hurt. Yeah.
It's a fluffy one that bounces off you.
Yeah, it is a gamble, right? Like if you don't activate it, then you lose to a Wasteland. You know, on the other hand, if you make the token immediately, then there is the Brazen Borrower. Like you could also wait until you find your Wasteland to maybe waste Mario's mana sources and then make the 20/20.
It's interesting. Mario is still sitting on a surgical, right? He can take out either of the win conditions now. He can take out the Dark Depth, or he can take out the Urza Saga that I believe was Wastelanded earlier on. So we'll see. I mean, technically, you can also take out a Loam later on if he so desires. Not sure if that's what I want to do. So what's that?
We got a Swords of Plowshares, I believe.
That is a Swords of Plowshares?
Yeah, that's one of the million reprints of Swords of Plowshares.
I remember when we had like 2 printings of Swords of Plowshares.
Yeah. Oh, Ice Age and OG.
Yeah,
how do you even call it? Like
OG, Beta, Alpha, Abu. Yeah, but the thing is, like, you had the hipster Swords of Plowshares, which is like Ice Age. No, I like them better. Okay. Says the guy, like, I actually used to play Swords of Plowshares, the hipster ones, just because they were cheaper. Because I wanted them black bordered, and like I didn't want to get foreign black bordered right away. But now we have like I think 67 printings of them. It's one of the most reprinted cards ever. Expedition map. An expedition map. Oh, that's so awkward. Oh, that expedition map is so awkward because there's a chance you want to get Urza Saga here. Oh, we're forcing it even. Okay.
Like that.
I would have considered like letting it resolve, and then when Joao gets, let's say, a Dark Depth or anything else, I can search it extraction. I would try to do that. But of course, Joao can play around that by doing it in the main phase and dropping it right away. So there's that. So yeah, maybe a smart choice by Mario. You see, Mario maybe a step ahead of me already. Okay, we're deploying 2 creatures, the ones that we got of the druids. Like that. Now that's some offense. Assuming there were flips, which is never guaranteed. Yeah, days, easy flip. By the way, what's that? That's like it's a custom card, right, that he puts on top of the ever? Okay,
yeah, I think it's just the flip version. I'm surprised like how life days is still in this game. We are already in the mid-late game, sort of, but both players land light.
3 mana on Joao's side. Do you remember when they played Tireless Tracker or something in the sideboard of this sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Tireless Tracker was, to me, when I played Dual Commander like 7 years ago, Tireless Tracker was one of the craziest cards ever. Tireless Tracker. Maybe that card's going to come back. It needs to draw like 2 cards to make it good again. Oh, dude, basically
Okay.
Mario has a lot of things covered. He's got the Loam covered because he has Force of Negation. He has got anything else really. Oh, just like a random Saga from the top. That's the one thing you don't have covered.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a Wasteland? Okay.
Yeah, and one of the meltdowns are gone already, so
The thing is,
we gotta see how Mario can deal with a future with the sagas, but more importantly, the Shadow Sphere. I think Shadow Sphere
I
is.
think it's not going to matter anymore. I think it's just too slow. Like, look, he's on 5 life. And
Uh-huh.
Mario has like 6 points of damage in play. I think it's just too slow. I mean, maybe that's why I was like happy. I was like considering for a short moment maybe surgical something that deals with one of our 2 creatures, but Joao's got nothing of that in the graveyard. Yeah,
Oh wow.
and he scoops them up. He's like, okay, I got the Saga, but it was just like wasn't fast enough. Just like that, the druids that get us those 2 creatures, so we can like establish a proper offense. That's all it took from Mario, and we talked about how important it is to have offense here, so you can actually leverage like your utility and tempo cards. Oh, turn exploration, that's not flying. Yeah, you called that, right? You
Right.
almost always like force exploration.
Yeah, it's one of the force of will checks at the beginning. You know, a little bit of a greeting. Hey, what's up?
The greeting,
You know,
just
what's up? I got this exploration. You know, how about that?
like at your LGS in Berlin, like you walk in, you put an exploration to the table, like the LGS
dude.
owner puts like a force down there, then you fist bump and then you
Yeah,
start
dude.
playing.
How's it going? How's it going, buddy?
Okay.
Do you mind if I play double as many lands per turn?
Here goes basic island, probably into Dava, giving the deck a good shuffle there. Clean cut. And there comes the Dava. Oh yeah, and you know the trick, right? With the bobber,
Yeah.
when you get the tournament belt. So explain it to us. What are we gonna do with the bobber?
So this is some cool stuff. So what you can do is Delve of Secrets has a triggered ability on its upkeep, and with Bauble you can check on your top of the top card of your library. If it is an instant sorcery, then you stack the triggers in a way that you flip the Devil first and then you draw the extra card with the Mishra's Bauble. And if it doesn't flip, then you do it the other way around. So you draw the card off the Bauble first and then you check again if Delver flips, you know.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened here, right? You give yourself 2 looks. The first card, doesn't it? Okay, the second card. So you make it, you go from 50% to 75% to flip the diver just by cracking the bubble on the opponent's turn.
This is so cool.
Loving it, loving
Yeah,
it.
but at the same time, you know, like I've had so many games where I had a Delve of Secrets and then I checked and, you know, the top card was a Mishra's Bauble and I just always wish that the Mishra's Bauble was an instant or sorcery and not an artifact. You can't have everything.
So this is also like a classic opening here, like 2 of the best 1/1 creatures in Legacy. Even though I want to say like Reclaimer has somewhat fallen off.
Oh, may I say something? I think that Reclaimer is probably the best one drop in Legacy
Oh, is it
right
still?
now. I think so, man. Like Bojuka Bog, like getting Bojuka Bog at instant speed in this Legacy metagame is everything I could ask for.
I think it's a little slow though, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not the fastest card. However, like, you know, if you drop Elvish Reclaim on the first turn and then on the second turn, you starting from the second turn, you can always get Bojuka Bog when needed. I don't know. I would even lean forward and say that this Reclaimer is even better than Dragon's Rage Channeler currently. And Dragon's Rage Channeler is among the top 3 best 1-drops in Legacy.
Oh, that must be so annoying for Joao. Just like getting delayed on the Reclaimer once again. You know, they should be playing at your booth, right? At your booth, you have that thing where all the creatures have haste.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing on Sunday.
You can roll that. Yeah.
Maybe some people are just going to fly in for Sunday to play at the Chavatarix booth. If it arrives, dude, jury's still out on whether your luggage is actually going to be here. So once again, we deploy the Reclaimer. Deva is probably going to come in for another 3 points of damage. And it looks like Kai's luggage actually arrived. So he's leaving me alone here. Speak of the devil, there might actually be some luggage at the doorstep here. Meanwhile, what do we have here? We got another brainstorm. Brainstorm finding more brainstorms. We are looking for a red source. That might be a volcanic island over there. I think I can see the spot one of those in hand, which of course would deploy a Dragon Rage Channeler. Mario putting back some cards. Yeah, I would very much assume this is going to be an attack on the diver. And then a land and a Dragon Rage Channeler. Take 3, down to, well, 14 it is. And here's an what's it called? Undeliriumed Dragon Rage Channeler, but we're pretty close. So what Mario could do actually next turn, if he wants to, he can either like upkeep Brainstorm to surveil a creature into the graveyard because there's a Dragon Rage Channeler on top of his library to send Dragon Rage Channeler to the air. Or he could like Daze on Joao's turn if it happens so, but no. Okay, complete change of plan. We are probably not getting Delirium next turn, so in that case I'd rather draw the Dragon Rage Channeler here, right? Still annoying though, Joao now finally available to activate Elfish Reclaimer. Not a 3/4 yet, but probably soon to turn into one. I'm curious whether he's gonna try to make the Marriott Lage token, which of course is very fragile. It can fall apart to a Wasteland, can fall apart to another copy of Brazen Borrower. Can even be jump blocked by a flying Brazen Borrower once or something like that. Or if he's gonna try to stabilize in a more like granular way, which would be getting like Maze of It, even though that doesn't feel really good. But he must have something for us at the end of Mario's turn there. Mario's sitting on... Well, there's a Meltdown. That doesn't really do anything here. There's a Murktide Regent that we see on the very left of the hand. Of course, not the best kind of synergy with our Dragon Age channels that we got here, so maybe Murktide is just going back. Yeah. Looks like it. Murktide goes on top. With the fetch land, we get up to 3 different card types in the yard. And Joao now trying to figure out what do I actually want to do with my Elfish Reclaimer. I would guess we're going to sacrifice a Bachuga Bog. Yeah, that one did its work. Now we're going to get something better. Wasteland? Really? No. Huh. Oh yeah, that's the maze. Yeah, that's what we talked about, right? When we were like, oh, are we going to go all in on the combo, or are we going to try to just like slow down Mario a little bit so we can leverage our Reclaimer a little bit more. Joao in dear need of more land drops because just the maze alone is not going to do it. And we're going to see what's the pickup for the turn. Let's untap all of those. I think Mario would be happy to just like daze almost anything that he can reasonably daze. There's a Wasteland. Really not what you want there. I mean, you play it, right? Why wouldn't you? But doesn't really help us. It's probably the first thing that might even get sacrificed to Reclaimer. But he's still looking into using it. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of that Volcanic Island. And I would guess that's a passive turn. Now, what's awkward here for Joao is if he wants to activate Reclaimer again, what are you going to sacrifice and what are you going to get that's better? Like, maybe you even want to upgrade your Thespian stage and just like completely drop the whole Marriott Lage combo approach. I can see that because I don't really feel great about something like losing our Savannah here, which is like our only colored mana source. Really curious how that's going to work. Mario, meanwhile, getting another Volcanic Island. Probably deploying the second Dragon Rage Channeler that he... Oh, he's got the Meltdown in hand now, right? But that doesn't do anything. We'll see. He's fetching because, of course, he didn't want to draw what he had on top still. He still knew about those cards. And he picks up... Is that an Unholy Heat in the second game? Really? Interesting. I would not expect an Unholy Heat, and neither would Joao. And in this case, it can actually take out even a big... Well, I say it can take out the Elfish Reclaimer. We actually don't have Delirium yet, do we? We still need one more card type. We could technically Meltdown, but then we don't. We could Meltdown, daze our own Meltdown, replay the Volcanic Island, and then Unholy Heat, but it's not exactly the kind of magic I would advocate for. Okay, Reclaimer. Fetching. Yeah, as we expected, we are sacrificing the Thespian stage. But honestly, maybe you even want to get... Oh, really? Huh. Slim pickings. This is just like what happens to lands when you can't really make all the land drops that you want to make. Or at least they don't work out. Because like the last turn when we dropped that Wasteland, didn't feel too good about it. Maybe there's like a world. Okay, now maybe I see where we're going with this. So we're trying to take out a lot of Mario's lands. And then eventually we're going to try to drop Tabernacle and get rid of the creatures that way. Maybe that's what Joao is after. I can see that. I mean, that's at least like a stringent plan, like something he's been working towards for a couple of turns. Yeah, we're even taking out the basic land, assuming there's like no other basic land. Dude. We're almost like, is there another wasteland? Or even that, even just Tabernacle would already deal with one of the creatures, right? It is Tabernacle! Here we go. Max Diamond even, okay, that one we don't need, but it's fine. I mean, Max Diamond is also kind of like insurance in case Mario draws Wasteland, then we can still pay for our Reclaimer. Ooh, that's a rough one. That's a really rough one. What is Mario gonna do? Like, there's still 11 points of life that he has to deal with. Yeah, he gets rid of both of the creatures. Wow. Not paying for any of this, he says. Okay, I see. Maybe the idea was like, I rip Wasteland from the top, and then I melt down your Mox, and I Wasteland your Savannah, and then your Reclaimer's gonna die. I can respect that. If that was the idea, then yeah, I can very much respect that kind of idea. But that's not what's happening. Also, that wouldn't work anyway, I guess, because we have an active Reclaimer. Tabernacle, $20,000 card, did its thing. Now we're gonna get the next best thing, which... Is it a Saga? Honestly, I wouldn't hate Saga here. I mean, of course, Joao can't know that Mario is holding a Meltdown. No, we're just getting some more solid mana. Dude! Kai just got his luggage back. Okay. I can't believe it.
I'm sorry, guys. I was away for a couple of minutes, but they finally delivered my suitcase.
You're so happy.
Yeah, I came here. I flew in like two days ago, and I don't know what happened to my luggage, but it didn't came out, you know. But they finally delivered it. I'm so happy.
Have you actually checked whether everything is in there?
Oh, hopefully.
Maybe they took all of your booth, like all your alterations, and now you got just like crap alterations all over the place.
Oh yeah, this booth has everything, like the Salvatorix booth stuff. So you will be seeing me on Sunday at the booth.
Okay, so Joao takes this one down, and yeah, Lance. I mean, the longer. Can you show your luggage, please?
I cannot. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. But you know, it's an ordinary suitcase. It doesn't look any fancy, anything like that. But it has to have all the Salvatorix swag in it.
Okay, so as we hear, we're going on a short break. So 5 minutes of break, and next round, everybody stay tuned because the next round, we don't have a world championship. We have. What did Andrea Maguchi win? He won the
Mythic
Invitational Championship Deluxe Foil.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Andrea Maguchi next round, and you're gonna find out when Andrea's playing. So stay tuned. We're gonna be back in 5.
Don't go anywhere.